We are officially 2 nights away from the Kansas City Chiefs kicking off the season, and as if the Detroit Lions weren't already going to be a big enough challenge, the Kansas City Chiefs may be without Travis Kelce. Say it ain't so, coach. So what we'll do today is discuss Travis Kelce's recent injury and see if that'll play on throughout the season and who may be the next man up. With that, let's cut the chit chat and we ain't gonna have some fun. As I said to kick off this video, it's official. We are 2 nights away from the Kansas City Chiefs dropping the banners and kicking off the season. And we're going to be live on the channel throughout the whole game, talking good Kansas City Chiefs football play by play. So you know what to do, Chiefs Kingdom. Please be sure to hit that bell icon. That way you don't miss out on the live stream. And I'm looking forward to seeing you there. Now, as excited as I am for the season to start, I swear, as of late, it just does not seem like we're getting good Kansas City Chiefs news. In particular, it's been mostly regarding the Chris Jones situation and the holdout, and it doesn't look like it's going in the right direction. And now today is some more unfortunate news as Travis Kelce ended up on the injury report with a hyperextended knee. And when I initially heard that, my stomach completely dropped, because anything to do with the knee can take you out a period of time. Now, we did get good reports coming back saying that MRI testing was all positive, no ligament damage, no ACL tear. He looks good to go for the future. But for this Detroit Lions game, like I mentioned, it's 2 days away. Is Travis Kelce really gonna play in that game? All is depending on that knee swelling, which Adam Schefter and multiple reports have mentioned. Everything looks good, but the knee has swelled up. Now, how long does that knee stay swelled up and how will that progress is going to be the main question for these next couple of days. In my honest opinion, I think, and again, because I got some Lions fans now chiming in, so this is not discrediting y'all whatsoever, but with or without Travis Kelce, I believe the Kansas City Chiefs can beat the Detroit Lions. Now, it's looking into the future. I don't want to rush Travis Kelce back too soon, and the injury becomes way more significant than what it already is. And this is why a week-by-week basis is really crucial, because the Kansas City Chiefs' next game is against the Jacksonville Jaguars, which is 10 days after they play the Detroit Lions, which is an extended period of rest, which you can anticipate Kelce to be back if this knee injury isn't as significant as what it is reported. So I believe give him his time, rest. Don't rush him out on the field, because something can end up being worse than what it initially was. Now, focusing on the Kansas City Chiefs weapons and hole, which has been a key topic of conversation throughout this entire offseason, is the depth. Well, we may see that depth sooner rather than later, and it's going to be guys having to step up in a tremendous way if Travis Kelce appears to be out against the Lions. Numbers will be called. The first one I'm going to focus on right away is his backup. It is tight end Noah Gray, and I think this would be a huge opportunity for him, and the spotlight is going to shine bright on him, and I believe he will excel. A lot of people don't focus on Noah Gray and what he did last year. He was a consistent, reliable pass catcher after that Tennessee Titans game where he made that clutch catch to basically seal it and set up a game-winning field goal. He never dropped a pass afterwards, and he was basically filling in his role and becoming the tight end and developing what the Kansas City Chiefs hope to be. This is year 3, I believe, now going into this offense, and we expect him to take huge leaps and strides. And now his number may be called up earlier than later. So it's going to be way interesting to see. But Noah Gray is someone I'm going to bookmark on. And if Kelce is out, don't be surprised if he puts up some great catches and some good stat lines too, because I believe Patrick Mahomes and Coach Reid trust him just off of the sample size we got last year. But another guy who may be dependent on heavy is Sky Moore. And it's going to be funny. Sky Moore may have 15 targets in this game if everything just goes in a certain way. Because we know how this Kansas City Chiefs wide receiving core looks. There's not a certain solidified wide receiver number one. And we don't even know if Kadarius Toney will be on the field either. So that could be another weapon missing. We have the talent, but do we have that legit guy? No. But this could be where Sky Moore's number is called and he may show, hey, that rookie slump is far past me. I'm ready to take that next leap. I think the Kansas City Chiefs are still in a perfect place. I know, as crazy as it may sound, you lose a great defensive tackle who is out due to his holdout, and then Travis Kelce, who probably won't play the knee injury. That's two solidified studs missing. It would jeopardize a lot of teams. But literally, at the end of the day, they got a legit line. They got a legit running back crew. They got legit wide receiver depth, and you just can't forget about it. You got Patrick Mahomes. He's going to find a way to will this team to a win, specifically on banner night. And trust me, this game is not going to be a blowout by any means necessary. This is going to be one of your typical Kansas City Chiefs type of slugfest. Don't be surprised if the Kansas City Chiefs start slow, start behind, and end up finding a way to come back and win a game due to their experiences. It's going to be a fun game, and you best be dialed in. Now let's zone in on this injury report a little bit more, because I kind of briefly talked about Kadarius Toney, and we talked about him on yesterday's episode as well, but L'Jarius Sneed and Kadarius Toney still participated in limited fashion. Other names to mention as well is Tashawn Wharton. He was out there practicing as well. And it looks like he's headed in the direction to play week 1, which is huge. Really, really huge. Again, kind of the same fashion that I mentioned with L'Jarius Sneed and Kadarius Toney. I don't know what kind of snap count he's going to get. I don't know if he's going to be out there the whole game. But specifically on that defensive line, which you're already going to miss Chris Jones with holdout and Charles Omenihu off of suspension, you need some depth. Some way, somehow. And I hope with Tashawn Wharton that he is similar to the Tashawn Wharton that the Kansas City Chiefs and Chiefs Kingdom has fallen in love with, because before his injury, I thought he was going to have a breakout year. Now, yes, I know after a torn ACL, it takes some time and it takes some adjusting to get back to that full speed football gameplay. But if he could just make some plays and show out and stand out and show that this Kansas City Chiefs defensive line can be good for 1 week without Chris Jones, maybe that's a good sign moving forward. Also look for interesting call-ups too with these recent injuries with Travis Kelce and Chris Jones' holdout. Danny Shelton can be called up from the practice squad, and same with Matt Bushman. Again, this is why the Kansas City Chiefs have their depth. We raved about it all offseason. It's not time to get scared now, Chiefs Kingdom. Just because we have a holdout and an injury happening, this roster is loaded. Now it's time to show it what it's worth. With that, Chiefs Kingdom, I'm going to sign off. But before I do, you let me know. Does this Travis Kelce injury really concern you? To me, I'm just happy it's not long. We can live without Kelce for 1 week, and we can have a Noah Gray season type of game against the Lions. So I'm thankful he'll be back soon. I don't think it hurts their chances, but you let me know. With that, I'm taking out. Y'all take care. Peace.